Now, Steve Bannon has been indicted by a federal grand jury for contempt of Congress after refusing to cooperate with the committee investigating the January 6th insurrection. 2 charges from the Department of Justice, one for failing to appear for a deposition, another for refusing to hand over documents. The former political advisor to President Trump claimed he was covered by executive privilege, and this indictment is a first in that regard. No one has ever been prosecuted for contempt of Congress after claiming executive privilege. A law enforcement official tells NBC News that Bannon is expected to turn himself in and appear in court on Monday. This as another close Trump advisor, former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, well, he was a no-show for his deposition today. NBC News' Sahil Kapoor covers Capitol Hill, and he joins us now. Sahil, what's the committee's response to the indictment?
Yeah, the committee is really showing its teeth here, extracting this indictment of Steve Bannon, which between these 2 counts, he could be looking at up to 2 years in prison if the maximum penalty is thrown at him. Now, the 2 leaders of this January 6th committee, Bennie Thompson and Liz Cheney, put out a statement, and let's put that up on the screen here. They say Steve Bannon's indictment should send a clear message to anyone who thinks they can ignore the select committee or try to stonewall our investigation. No one is above the law. We will not hesitate to use the tools at our disposal to get the information we need, unquote. Now, this is all designed to send a message to anybody who might be thinking of resisting, and it comes on the same day that Mark Meadows, who is former President Trump's chief of staff on the day of January 6th, was a no-show at his deposition. After this Bannon indictment came out, they appeared to be giving Meadows one last chance to cooperate by saying that they will consider the same penalty, the same approach that they used on Steve Bannon that led to this indictment, or other proceedings. What could those other proceedings be? They could go the civil route. That could take a long time, but the benefit of that is, unlike criminal contempt, you can actually force and compel the testimony. They could also go the inherent contempt route. There's no modern precedent for this, but there is a law that allows Congress to have the sergeant at arms, the law enforcement officer, haul the person in for refusing to cooperate with the investigation and detain them right there in the halls of Capitol Hill. One way or another, this is the committee trying to make clear that nobody should expect to get away with non-cooperation with this investigation.
Wow. So what does this mean for the committee's demand for documents from President Trump for that issue that's headed to court?
An appeals court has put that on hold temporarily while they review the case on the merits. That is expected to happen later this month. And that case is almost certainly headed to the Supreme Court regardless, which is likely to have the final word, whether it's former President Trump or the committee. There's almost certain to be an appeal here. And we're talking call records, visitor logs, all sorts of documents in the White House that the committee believes is essential to the investigation of piecing together the tick-tock of what happened on January 6th and everything that led up to it.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.